Hello, January the 11th, the 111 portal. Super excited. Today's card reading lands on this potent, powerful day. All days are powerful, but it's fun when the astrological alignment is really rooting for us and giving us that extra little pep in our step, you know what I mean? So today I have our cards. We're going to be working with the Witching Hour Oracle and then the Work Your Light Oracle and then the Angels and the Ancestors. And this one really wanted to come through the Angels and the Ancestors because I had just gotten the first two and then it was just like, no, go back and get the other one too. So I was like, okay, perfect. So, as always, we will just take a moment to ground our energy, no matter where we've been today, no matter what we've done today, anything that's on our mind. We just gently release all of that and come to this now moment, this moment that we have dedicated to ourselves to check in, to hear from our guides and our angels and our ancestors. And I invite you to just take a deep breath in, big breath. Hold it. Slowly exhale. Noticing the gentle energy shift from just one deep breath. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. Slowly exhale. And one more time for the power of three. Deep breath in. Hold it. Slowly exhale. Keeping your eyes closed and your attention inward. I invite you to just be quiet within yourself. Quiet your thoughts. And in this space of stillness, I invite you to set your intentions for this reading, bringing your pure, positive, love, authentic, healing energy to this space right here, right now. Whether you're here live or whether you're watching the recording, it is right now. And this is the moment that we have. This is the moment chosen. And so, what are our intentions for this moment? What is it you would like clarity on? What is it that you would like guidance on? What is it that would feel really fun and amazing to hear right now? Knowing that your angels, my angels, our ancestors, our guides communicate, they're friends, and we are all one. You are part of the collective tuned into this energy, and your energy matters. Allow yourself to be open to receive without any pressure, just softness and stillness. And I invite you to take another deep breath in. Hold it. Slowly exhale. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Hmm. Hey. Okay, let's dive in, shall we? So, as always, the first card that I pull will be for Monday and Tuesday, and the second card will be for Wednesday and Thursday, and the third card will be for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I just want to give a little caveat, like a little disclaimer, I have my phone sitting right next to me. My youngest daughter is about to give birth sometime this month, so I have my phone like right ready. So it's close by. Just if you see that or hear it buzz off, like you'll know what's up. Okay, so Monday and Tuesday we got okay. I'm being guided to do the angels and ancestors on Monday and Tuesday. I had that feeling before I started recording, and then now I heard it again. So the angels and ancestors are really wanting to come forth and they speak, they're with us. They are definitely with us. And they're so gentle in their like in their availability. They're not forceful. Now once you start working with them and you call them in, now you guys have developed a relationship and it's never really forceful. Sometimes it's just like, once you get to know somebody and you have connection, then you're like, okay, I feel like I could just really, share this thing with you. And so that's how it is when we start developing that relationship with our ancestors and our guides. It's like they talk to us more frequently in many different ways. And we know like the different, like your kids or your partner, your friends, like, they have different energies that they bring sometimes. And angels and ancestors are the same way. They bring different energies. They bring different energies. Okay, here we are, Monday and Tuesday. Bring your energy to this reading. This is a us reading, a collective reading. Did you see how that just shot right out right there? Look, it's two. Sometimes, when there's extra, I just bring them. Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday, we'll pull for. I love the artwork. Can you see that? Like the moon phases, which obviously I love the moon phases. I love moon phase pictures and clothing and things like that. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, for giving us a beautiful collective message for Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Thank you that you're always with us, always guiding us, having fun with us, protecting us. That came out right after I said protecting us. Did y'all notice that? All right, and then for the weekend, we got the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Spirit guides, angels, what message do we have for this weekend? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't, I'm picking up on a don't be hard on yourself energy. Don't be hard on yourself. Of course, you're going to mess up and make mistakes along the way. Of course, you're not going to quote unquote get it right. You're learning new ways of being. You're unlearning so much stuff that has just been put on you. You're unlearning and you're remembering at the same time. And to even be aware is such a gift, not just to you and your world, but to this planet. To even be a person who cares whether you're messing up or not, like that says something about you as a human, that you want to give your best, that you want to show up in the most highest way. You want to be in your highest self energy. And that isn't always picture perfect. Your highest self energy is your most authentic energy. And if your most authentic energy is like, whoops, totally blew it, totally went left when I should have went right, you get to have power in that, in the realization, in the acceptance, in the surrender, and in the desire to want to get it right, to want to get it, be in that space of love and harmony, to want to come from that space. That is a gift. And I, for one, if nobody else has said thank you, I want to say thank you because you showing up on the planet in that energy, that's powerful. That's so powerful. And so I don't know who that was for, but maybe all of us. You didn't fuck anything up. You're right on time. You're learning and growing, and that is a beautiful thing. The journey is the destination. Do you feel that energetically? Each now moment is the destination. When you get to where you think you want to be, that will be now. That will be now. This commercial was brought to you by your guides and angels. Okay, what do we have for the weekend? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hmm. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's interesting that this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and it's the one that seems to be like taking its time. And I feel like there's something in there about us taking our time and not feeling the urgency to show up in our gifts. And it's almost like there is an urgency. The luxury of just chilling and pretending like our gifts don't matter. No, that's not available right now. And it's not an urgency like a frantic panic. It's just this is important now. This is important now. It's important that you work your light now. It's important that you show up authentically in your power, which is your light now. You don't have to keep learning and get stuck in that loop. You don't have to keep healing and get stuck in that loop. You don't have to reach some level of accomplishment and get stuck in that vibe. You have gifts to offer the world now. And yes, you will keep growing. And yes, you will keep expanding and add to the plethora of amazing gifts that you have. You'll fine tune, yes. You'll grow, yes. And who you are is ready to show up now. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be a chance to show up in our light. Did you see that? Okay, angels. We're not taking seven, eight cards now. Come on. Chatty. They're like, now that I have your attention, I have a lot that I want to say. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, for helping us to see clearly. the importance of working our light, shining our light, accepting our light. Oh, it's easy to accept our darkness sometimes, huh? It's easy to get caught up in what we think needs to be better or get fixed. But what about being comfortable with our power? What about being comfortable with our genius? What about being comfortable with our light and sharing that? I'm getting a vibe and I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know why this has literally never happened in this way, but I am feeling to set this one down for the weekend and read these and then draw. So that's what we're gonna do. Like we're rolling with the we're rolling with the vibe of the angels. Okay. All right, so let's look at Monday and Tuesday with the angels and the ancestors. We've got Hunter, track down your fears and desires and trades, exchange energy to create abundance. Can y'all see the cards? I'm getting a lot of track down your fears and desires. It's so easy to know what we desire and think that there's certain ways that we have to be to reach our desire. And the way to know your desire is be like, this isn't the thing I want. So then your desire becomes very clear in that moment. But what about tracking down your fears? What about realizing the way you're showing up or not showing up is actually related to fear? And what mask does that take? Because fear shows up in all kind of ways. It's not just a one mask. And it's like, oh, we can all recognize that's fear. Fear is very slick and sly the way it shows up and creeps in. And so this is saying, why don't you hunt down your fears instead of letting your fears hunt you down and scare you into a corner? Why don't you come after them? And why don't you face them and say, you know what? No, I'm not going to be afraid of this anymore. I'm going to show up. And it's really interesting when you acknowledge what you're feeling fearful about, it goes from like having this really strong grip to just like loosening. And the more it loosens, the more you have the ability to let it go. And so, where can you track down the fears that are getting in the way of your desires? Where can you track those down? I used to have a fear of doing these card readings, even though my desire was to serve and to be in my gift and to share something that I absolutely love. Like I love card readings. I have so much fun doing them for myself, giving them, sharing them with other people. Like I love card readings. They are fun to me and they're powerful and amazing. And there used to be a fear that went against that desire of showing up in that way and ooh, card readings and the Christian church had a lot to, say about that. And so I had all of this in my head that were like fears that, God wouldn't be pleased if I read cards. You know what I mean? And I tracked that down. And I was like, you know what? In my belief, in my heart, I know that God would not create me with these gifts if it was wrong or bad or evil to share them, to have them. And that's my belief. And it's okay if everybody didn't believe that. That's okay. right? So I was able to track down that fear, face it, release it, to embrace the desire that is happening right now, me sharing this card reading. So track down your fears and your desires, track down those fears and just look them in the eye and be like, I know you're trying to keep me safe, and I thank you for trying to keep me safe. And we don't have to be afraid to be in our bigness. We don't have to be afraid to be in our power. We don't have to be afraid, right? And then the other card that came with that was exchange energy to create abundance. And I love the phrase energy exchange. I first learned it when I was taking my yoga teacher training. And they had like if you didn't have the actual money, like tangible Benjamin Franklin's to give for that, there was a certain amount of people that they would let do an energy exchange. So it was like you would work at the yoga studio for, an hour, and 1 hour would equal X amount of dollars. So you would give of your time and your energy, and that would be like the energy exchange to allow, the transaction of taking the yoga class or the yoga training. And so that was the first time I ever heard of that. And I feel like there's so much that in this regard, I'm feeling like in relationships, you know what I mean? Like not just like what we're doing, like that kind of transactional thing. And also it's like if you're the only one giving to a relationship, if you're the only one who's in this space of, reaching out to your friends, seeing how they're doing, and then you like never hear from them, if you're always supporting their stuff and they're never supporting yours, like the energy exchange feels unbalanced. If it just feels unbalanced. And it doesn't mean that people are bad because they don't call you back or forget to answer your email. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that there are so many ways to receive abundance. And one of the greatest gifts that you will ever have in your life, one of the most abundant blessings that you will ever have in your life is people who see you, I mean, really see you and celebrate you and love you and believe in you. That is a beautiful, luxurious gift. And how are we showing up with those people? What is our energy exchange? Are we wanting everybody to be a safe space for us, but we're not being a safe space for them? Are we wanting everybody to inquire about what we've got going on in our world and what we're up to, but we never do the same with them? Are we expecting everyone to show up and love us and support us, but we're not even supporting ourselves? We're not even showing up for ourselves, but we're going to get mad at other people for not showing up for us? Hmm. The energy exchange of relationship, the energy exchange with your guides and your angels. Thank you for your guidance. And the energy exchange is I'm going to freaking listen to you. The energy exchange is I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to thank you for your guidance by actually following it. That's the energy exchange. And maybe if we're feeling blocked, it's not because there's not a connection. Maybe it's kind of like, well, we're baking a cake and we can't get to step 4 until you do steps 1, 2, and 3. And I've given you step 1, 2, and 3, and you're not doing it. But you're asking for step 4. You're not ready for step 4. You got to do step 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll be ready for step 4. The energy exchange with our guides and angels, the energy exchange in relationship, the energy exchange, that brings abundance. That brings abundance. Like there's so many ways for the things that we desire in our life to show up. There's so many freaking ways. And when you're in that magnetic energy, you are. a person who believes and follows energy exchange. You're not just take and take it, like go out and try to like just like keep breathing in. You're gonna hyperventilate, fall on the floor. It's not gonna work. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. Energy exchange. You receive, you give. You give, you receive. It's a flow. And so let us embrace that because, yeah, that's a part of our desires coming to pass. That's a part of it. Okay, Wednesday and Thursday, the forest, seeing the bigger picture. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? What is the bigger picture for your life? And can you hold on to that when you're tracking down your fears? Like, can the fear in the moment be addressed because you know the bigger picture? And listen, even if you don't know the bigger picture, like you can see it visually, like this is a picture on the card, right? You know the energy of your bigger picture. You freaking know. Stop telling yourself that you don't know because you know. You know that you are here on this planet to make a beautiful, impactful, powerful, loving difference. You know that. And so the bigger picture, while we might not know every single scene, how it's going to look, we can tap into how it is going to feel. And that, I submit to you, is what brings about what you're looking at. How are you feeling about the bigger picture? Feel into the things that you're wanting to create. Feel into that. Feel what you feel like when you are literally in your element, where you're not worried about people on the internet judging you, where you're not worried about if your family thinks you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, where you're not worried about your quote unquote imperfections. You can tap into that feeling before you have evidence that it's even possible for you. You can tap into what you imagine it would feel like. And it's not hard to do that because we know what the opposite feels like. So, in knowing the opposite of what it feels like when we don't have that or don't experience that, we can absolutely tap into, okay, this is the opposite of that. And that's the feeling that I want to have. The bigger picture includes you feeling that you matter, that you are being authentic and true to you, that you're loved, that you're supported. That's all included in the bigger picture. And so if there's something that looks not like that, you get to shift, track down the fear, release it, and accept that sometimes the bigger picture, like sometimes you're in this chapter and this person leaves, or you watch a TV show or read a book and somebody, a character that you've loved, and then they drift out. They're not in that chapter and it looks like they've moved away or whatever. But then 4 chapters later, they make a reappearance and they come back. That's possible. That's possible. So we don't need to get hung up on these types of things where situations shift or people leave or things. Like you're solid within you because you know your bigger picture for your life. The highest possible outcome for your life is love, is peace, is harmony, is abundance, is joy, is protection, is fun, is excitement. And so if there's a moment that looks contrary to that, you don't have to get so caught up in that and think that this is all there is because there is a bigger picture. And you know what else? When you see bigger glimpses of a picture, you don't really notice that thing so much. You know what I mean? Like you don't really if you zooming in on your selfie, you're zooming in on your selfie and you're like, wait just a minute, what is going on right there? That hair's poking up right there, and you're zoomed in and you're focused on it. But then when you zoom back out, you span back out and you look at the bigger picture, you don't even freaking notice that hair. You're just like, oh wow, like this is a beautiful picture. Look at the sunset in the background, like look at the ocean, this is beautiful. And that's your life. Like you might have a hair out of place, you might have a hair poking up. And the bigger picture of your life is freaking beautiful. It's amazing. Can you see the bigger picture? Right? Okay, let's see for we're back over here. I said wait and I waited. So let's see. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday angels. Now that we've tracked down our fears, hmm, we're allowing ourselves to have energy exchange. We're seeing the bigger picture. Show us the ways that we can share our light now. What are the ways that we can share our light right now? I heard something, this is brand new for me too. There's a lot of fun stuff because I've been inviting my angels in. It said, look at the card on the bottom of the deck. And so I just stopped. You saw me just stop and pick the card on the bottom of the deck. And this card I actually saw earlier when I was doing the shuffling. And this says, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Trust the niggle. Trust the, I mean, that's an interesting word, niggle, but like that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like that intuitive nudge is what I call it. What is that intuitive nudge telling you that you get to do right now? Like a way that you can show up to make a difference in the world. What is that feeling? Like you feel it and look, you feel excited about it and you feel scared shitless about it and you feel excited about it and you feel nervous about it and you feel sure about it and then you feel some fears about it even though it's what you desire. Trust that feeling. What is that feeling telling us? Like, we're so quick to be like, oh, energy's off. Like, you know what I mean? You got a bad vibe, you gotta go. Get it. I get it. We'll trust that feeling. And then when it comes to trusting our own feeling of what we feel that we can do to show up in this planet to share our light, we're not trusting that feeling. We're talking ourselves out of that feeling. We're trying to numb that feeling, ignore that feeling, but we don't have to. Like, why? Why would we want to ignore that burning desire? Track down that desire. And look, if you're having a feeling about it, there's a reason. And you're resonating with it right now. You're like, you know it's that thing. And it's not even the thing that makes sense. Can we just talk about that? It's not even the thing that makes sense logically, financially. societally, is that even a word? It is today. It's what you feel in your energy when you close your eyes and you sit with yourself, that feeling to go for it, that feeling to show up, that feeling to be brave, that feeling to just let the world see you, that feeling that's telling you there's more. Yes, we know to trust our feelings when it comes to situations being off. We've all mastered that, okay? We've mastered it, or in the process of mastering it. Maybe it still pops up. And there's a chance for us to begin to trust the feeling that says, you fucking rock. You have a gift that the world is calling for right now. You matter. Your voice matters. You can make a difference. You are making a difference. That is the one that we're just like, I don't know. Was that me or am I tripping? Or maybe I'm feeling pumped up because I just, watched a great show or what? Like, no, you're feeling that feeling because that is your higher self speaking to you. And that is going to happen once you track down fears and just look them in the eye and be like, yo, what's up? Instead of running from them, you're going to start getting more and more clarity, instructions, guidance, because you've opened up space. Trust it when it comes. Let the equal energy exchange be, I trust you. I trust you, guides, angels, ancestors. I trust you, Jennifer. I trust you, whatever your name is. I trust you. I trust you. And I get it. Sometimes we have made the wrong choice for the right reasons. You get it? Like we have let ourselves down. We have not trusted ourselves. We have went the opposite direction. And so we have evidence of that. And if you'll look at that, like if you'll really look at that and be like, oh, I have evidence that I did know. I might not have listened, but I did know. That's how you can shift anything that you feel like you have effed up in your life. You can look at it and be like, I did know. You are guided. You are protected. You are wise. You are intuitive. You did know. You do know. And so let go of the fears, facing our desires, being in the energy of equal energy exchange. We're breathing in and breathing out. We're giving and we're taking, like we're giving and receiving. We're seeing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is all of the moments that make up our life and each moment, because that is what we're living now. All of the nows make up the bigger picture. And trusting yourself above all else. Trusting that you are in tune with what is best for you. Trusting that you matter, your voice matters, your gifts matter. The way you show up in this world matters. If you hide and don't let us see you, it matters. If you're brave and courageous and come out and let us just see the gift that is you, it matters. It all matters. Trust the feelings that you're getting. I love this. This was a very beautiful and fun reading. Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful, precious energy. I'm sending you so much love again on this 111 portal. Let your week be amazing and let us see your light. Let us see your gift. Okay, love y'all. See you next time.